You ready?
Always.
In Ecclesiastes chapter 3, he says, verse 1, "For everything there is a season, a time for every activity under heaven." And verse 2, "A time to be born and a time to die." And he goes on and he has a very long list of times for things. And then he goes on and ends it all. Ecclesiastes chapter 3, verse number 12, he says, "So I conclude there is nothing better than to be happy and enjoy ourselves as long as we can. And people should eat and drink and enjoy the fruits of their labor, for these are gifts from God." But it's all about, it's time. It doesn't matter. He said a time to be born, a time to embrace, a time to keep, and a time to throw. There's a time for everything, and we shouldn't be worrying about when something's going to happen. It's going to happen because there is a time set for everything under heaven. Every purpose under heaven has a time for it to happen.
Yes.
There's a time for Reba to be in Mama's lap, and there's a time for Reba to take a nap. There's a time for her to have a blank look on her face. Say, "Mama, am I blank?"
And a time for sugar.
But there's a time for people weed eating their yards. And that always seems to coincide with the time we decide to get out here and do a video. So, but you know what? I've mentioned this before. It ain't gonna bother me none, because if they got to do it, they've got to do it. I don't ask them if they're going to be doing something where they need it quite when I mow my yard.
Right.
But it's got to be done. There's a time for it to happen. And we should not let our hearts be troubled because of it. So why would we worry? Why would we be so concerned about things that it would upset our life, or so we would upset our life
Yeah.
worrying about something that we have no control over? We can't change it. But you know what? What? Jesus made us a promise. In the book of Matthew, chapter 28, verse number 20, he says, "Be sure of this, I am with you always, even to the end of the age."